Español 2, verbos irregulares. There are some very important verbs in Spanish that are irregular, and we're going to specifically talk about 5 of them today. 5 of those verbs are estar, hacer, ir, ser, y tener. Irregular verbs have no pattern, so you have to memorize their conjugation. And you should have seen these verbs in Cosgrove. Estar. Estar means to be, and the verb to be is really important. It's actually the most commonly used verb in any language, and it's irregular in most languages as well. But the important thing to remember is that there are 2 verbs for to be in Spanish. Remember that you use estar for things that are temporary. So things like location, feelings, weather, those are going to be used with estar. So here are the forms of estar. Yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, usted está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos, ustedes están. Now I have noted in purple the things that are different, what makes this not a regular AR verb. Because remember that all verbs in Spanish end in AR, ER, or IR, so you have to know which ones are irregular. So in estar, the yo form is completely irregular. There's just no way around it. And there are actually a whole bunch of verbs where the yo form is the only irregular form. But you also have accents. So the other endings are actually the same as your regular AR endings, but they do have accents on them that you usually don't see in a regular AR verb. Hacer means to make or to do. And the forms are yo hago, tú haces, él, ella, usted hace, nosotros hacemos, vosotros hacéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes hacen. And this is one of those verbs where only the yo form is irregular. So if you can remember yo hago, the rest of them work like regular ER verbs. So you simply have to use the regular ER endings there. But you do have to remember that the yo form is different. The other forms, like I said, follow the regular ER pattern. Ir means to go. And the forms are yo voy, tú vas, él, ella, usted va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais, ellos, ellas, ustedes van. Ir is completely irregular. There's no way. I mean, I know that technically it's IR, right? But you can't just use your IR endings. It is not going to work. You simply have to memorize voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Do note that the vosotros form has no accent, and this is really important because most of the time in the vosotros form you're going to have an accent, but this time there is no accent. The reason for that is because it's only one syllable. So when it's one syllable, you don't need the accent. Vais. The verb ser is the other verb in Spanish that means to be. Remember, again, we have 2 verbs that mean to be. Ser is used more for permanent situations. So anytime you're describing someone's personality, someone's physical description, you are going to use ser. And the forms of ser are yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. And just like ir, ser is completely irregular. You just have to memorize all of the forms. And again, the vosotros form, since it's only one syllable, there is no accent on that form. And the last irregular verb is the verb tener, which means to have. So you have yo tengo, tú tienes, él, ella, usted tiene, nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes tienen. Only the yo form is completely irregular here, but other forms use the regular ER pattern And some forms have spelling changes. So you see here that you have, again, it ends in ER. So other than tango, you have your regular ER endings, right? O, ace, a, amos, ace, ain. But if you notice in the tu, the él, ella, usted, and the ellos, ellas, ustedes form, you're not just taking ten here. You're changing that e to ie. So you do have to remember to do that. Otherwise, it is going to be hard to understand you. So don't forget that it's yo tengo, which is completely irregular, and then you're going to change the e to ie with the three of the other forms, tienes, tiene, tienen. And nosotros and vosotros are completely regular. So you are going to have some practice in Conjugamos to help you practice these verbs. Please remember to practice for at least 5 minutes.